Hey guys, what's up? GreenMachineSam back with another video. I don't know exactly when this video will be coming out. It'll be either coming out the 18th or the 19th. I haven't really decided what day yet. But we're back with another 2K22 roster update for anybody that's not moving over to 2K23. I completely understand why you want it, especially for current gen. We didn't get a lot of the great stuff. We did get, the My Career builds and stuff, and you're going to get the My Team content. But you didn't get eras, and you didn't get some of the other smaller stuff added with the new 2K. And gameplay hasn't changed a whole ton, so I understand why you wouldn't move to 2K23. I personally did. I like playing My Team at the start of the year and My Career and stuff like that, because I like making storylines for myself in My Career and just having fun. And I like playing the park with some friends as well. So, but let's get into it. So, if you guys are staying on 2K22, this is the roster for you. So, you're going to want to head over to Features, Create Roster. Of course, you're going to have to be online. You're going to have to be on PS4. This is a PS4 only exclusive. I do not have an Xbox, as well as I do not have a PlayStation 5. So, sorry for your luck if that is the case. What you guys want to do is hit the NBA rosters, user created, and push triangle and search by online ID. I don't get how people can misspell this, but it's just Green, Machine, and Sam, like so. Boom. Pretty easy, I feel like. No spaces, no capitalization, no special characters needed. When you hit search, it will bring up my rosters. Now, of course, there's going to be ones from last year. You probably shouldn't grab those if you want to update a roster. You're going to want to grab one of the three that says NBA 2K23. So it should be the top three here. These ones right here. Yes, there's a lot of updates, but that's because I make sure I save, because sometimes for some reason 2K's with me sometimes just blue screen. I don't know how to fix it. People have said lower your graphic settings, stuff like that on your PlayStation. I've tried everything. It still does not work. I'll sometimes still get an error message. I've tried downloading and deleting and re-downloading. It does not change anything. One more thing anyway. These three rosters are all the same. If somebody asks me what's the difference, it's literally just the names, so I can put three different rosters out there, all basically saying that they were updated the 18th. So these are 2K23's rosters for the most part. Now hear me out on this. Individual ratings did not get changed. Most players just got dropped or raised in overall with a quick edit. Okay, so their ratings, their tendencies, their badges probably won't be the same. Especially with badges being taken in and out of 2K almost every other year. I can't get it 100%. They're very, very close, but it's not 100%. The couple things that I will say are correct will be the players, player ages, contracts should be mostly correct, as well as some just odds and ends stuff. Now another thing, if somebody was wearing a headband, or is going to be wearing a headband, that's something I cannot change. I cannot change hairstyles either. It's just something 2K doesn't allow us to do. If you're looking at all the stuff they do allow us to do, it's not that important, I feel like. So, overalls are the same, ages are the same, contracts are relatively as close as I can get them. Of course, there's some that are going to be a little bit worse for wear. Positions, that's a big one that people want to complain about, is positions. Yes, I changed positions. Here's why. I figure if I'm going to play a team in my league or something like of that nature, I want them to be putting out their best unit, right? If you look at a big one right now for debate is the Heat, right? Bam plays center. I get Bam plays center, but in 2K he's going to be playing power forward. He's 6'9". He can shoot a little bit from the outside. He can stretch the floor. Good defense. There's a shit ton of good power forwards right now. Do you really want to match up against the center? Not really, especially when your best power forward, arguably on the roster, is either Caleb Martin, who's listed as a power forward right now on the Heat's website, Duncan Robinson, Nikola Jovic, or Udonis Haslem. No offense, I don't really want to run any of them out there at power forward. I would much rather have both Bam Adebayo and Dwayne Dedman, or even Yurt Evan. I would much rather have one of them out there. Now you could say, well, Jimmy Butler could play power forward. He very much could. I don't think he should, because if you put him out there, then you're you know, your 1 through 3 spots aren't very great either. You guys have some good depth. Like, I think a lot of your depth could play well in those situations. But I just think this is a better setup. Now, if you want to, you can say, hey, I don't like Bam being a power forward. He's a center again. Boom, like so. Doesn't take much effort, right? Another big one for me is the Lakers. I know Davis is listed as a center on 2K23. He's going to be listed as a power forward here. Thomas Bryant, I think, is just too good not to have on the bench, especially with how weak this roster is. Yes, I know Isaiah Thomas technically hasn't signed with the Lakers, but with his recent workouts with them, I feel like they're going to sign him. They're going to need some scoring off the bench. They just picked up Dennis Schroeder. I think it's a no-brainer. So I'm going to have him on the roster for now. Another guy, Christian Wood, center, smaller center. There's some center backup depth here now with JaVale McGee and Dwight Powell. I think power forward was lacking. Moved him. Another one is the Nets. I moved Kyrie to shooting guard, Ben Simmons to point, TJ Warren to small. Because then your starting lineup, or you can even move Ben Simmons to center and put Kyrie back at point. But I think one of your best lineups is going to be Ben Simmons, Kyrie, Warren, Durant, and Claxton, substituted with Harris and Curry coming off the bench. Tyrese Halliburton's listed as a shooting guard, but their best point guard outside of Halliburton is TJ McConnell. I would rather have Hield and Chris Duarte out there as my 2 and 3 than have TJ McConnell out there. So that's another big one. Miles Turner as well to power forward. He's 6'11", but he can stretch the floor. He's a decent shooter. You have 3 big men that are all pretty young behind him. I think it was just a smart move. So yeah, like I said, there's going to be some position changes. You can change them back if you want to. You can put them at the right positions. You can do whatever the fuck you want once you download the roster. But like I said, this is basically just 2K23 in a nutshell. Of course, everything's not going to be 100%. I'm not going to go through and tweak each guy and be like, oh, he has an 84 layup instead of an 85, or this dude has this, or this dude has that. If they're in a good range of where they're still showing as like how they would play in 2K23, I don't mind it. So that's one big thing. Klay Thompson, he did not have a rating on the 2K23 website, so I will have to adjust that when I actually get on 2K23 later today to claim my team stuff for the day at least. But everything else is pretty good. It's a good roster if you are looking to continue to play 2K22, at least for the next year until maybe 2K24 comes out. I understand, or until there's a sale on 2K23. It's a good roster, okay? It's not bad. You're going to get through it. I think it's a really good roster. If I was still playing 2K22, I'd be using it as well. But other than that, nothing too major. I do have a good portion of the second round rookies now, as well as a lot of the two-way guys, stuff like that. But some of these teams have like 21 players. Like I think the Rockets have like 21 players. I was like, I can't fucking. At most, I can put 19 players on a roster, and that would be with me putting like a bunch of guys on 2 guys on overseas contracts. I think you could even do like 3 guys on overseas contracts. So yeah, you could do 20 players, but let me tell you this: when you put a player on overseas contract, and if you get him in the next year, he jumps up like 8 overall. At least he did last time that I played. So there's that as well. I will be trying to fix badges as much as I can, but it's difficult. Like I said, they took out a bunch of badges, they added a bunch of badges that are different, so it's difficult. But that being said, guys, if you guys enjoy this content, or if you guys are looking for the 2K21 roster update or the Madden 22 roster update, I'm trying to get about a roster done a week. I don't know which one I'm going to be working on next. I might be working on the Madden 22 roster update as of right now, because I know a lot of people on PS4 did not upgrade to the next version of Madden because we didn't get any of the new content. So I might be working on that to help you guys out a little bit more. I know there's been some issues with errors popping up when people try to download my stuff, so I'll try to get that figured out as well. But 2K21 is coming. It's going to take a little bit longer. I really haven't been working on rosters over the last month or so. I've been mostly just playing games I enjoy, and then I was picking up a lot more hours at work. So instead of having a good couple hours to come home and play every night, there was times where I'd come home, take a shower, eat, and go to bed, and then I'd be waking up and almost going to work the very next day. So, I'm trying to get through some of this stuff. I'm going to get through at least a roster a week, in my opinion, as well as with the Madden 22 roster update. I didn't want to do anything before the preseason was done, because if I did it before the preseason was done, then there was the possibility of players like Alex Leatherwood, who got cut and then was waived, and then the Bears picked him up. Those are some pretty big names, and I didn't want to do that. And I wanted to know exactly what rookies I would have to make for the 53-man cut days. So, but like I said, so I'm going to keep updating at least 2K22 and 2K21 the rest of this year until the servers, of course, go down for 2K21. I'm going to update Madden until I'm going to hope until about the Super Bowl. Right around there is probably when I'll probably give it up. I'm probably not going to do another draft class for that next year. But I will be updating 2K23 as well as Madden 23 as well. I'll put some rosters out and stuff like that here shortly. I'm hoping to get kind of a Legends roster done on 2K23, but that's on the back burner for now. But with that being said, guys, if you guys enjoy this content, seriously, stick around, subscribe. I appreciate it. I appreciate the support. I know I haven't been posting as much, but hopefully that will be changing in the next month or so. With that being said, guys, I'm out. Peace.